Live stream. It's Michelle Crawford. Today we're in my little old baking corner. Let's find a better angle for you so you can actually see what I'm also doing in addition to me. Dun dun dun. We're baking some bread. Look, this is dough. See that? I bake bread and we eat it. My husband loves it. I mill my own flour. Shocking, right? For a DIY teacher like me to be into stuff like that. Oh my God, can we maybe get this to work? Okay, here we go. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Let me move this out of the way. These are terrible lives. Okay. Hey. Hi, it's me, Michelle. I'm making bread. See? And I got my venti because, you know, it is seshing live. So let's turn that on. Look, it's covered in flour. Good thing it's durable. Good thing it's hardy and made of plastic, medical grade plastic. Let's turn the temperature down a little bit. Dun, dun, dun. How's everyone today? This is baking day for me. I am baking some of this bread and I thought, why don't I show people that I'm baking bread? Because that's pretty cool. I think baking bread is a little bit cool and you guys should know about it because I'm a whole person and so are you. Recently on the internet, I was watching somebody's reel where they said, you know, as a content creator, as someone with a YouTube channel and an Instagram and a TikTok or whatever, I both am excited about sharing my content and sharing my thoughts on the internet, but then at the same time, I start to want to crawl in a hole and die or whatever and hide. And I really resonated with that. Hey Gigi, thanks for joining. I really resonated with that. And so it was kind of like a random decision today to share with you a little bit more about my life. Like this part where I'm making bread is like really different from the parts where I'm just like smoking weed or whatever like that. So, you know, in an effort to kind of share and model being a whole person, let's bake bread together, people. And let's go ahead and choke on our ventis. If you have one, cheers to you. I mean, right here, we are in the baking corner. There is weed. And, you know, all the things. I'm going to make these into rolls. And that means cutting them up. And I like to weigh them. You know, as I teach in my DIY class for all the cannabis loving folks in the audience, weighing out is a really great way to bake breads and pastries and stuff like this, and it's also very awesome for cannabis DIY. Doing things by grams is like normal in the industry, and learning to weigh out your ingredients will help you with your dosage math. It's a step that most Americans aren't used to taking because we're used to volumetric measurements like cups. But this is not a very good measurement for something so small as cannabis and cannabis concentrates. Volumetric measurements are inaccurate. Maybe people know this. I don't know if you know this, but so we're going to go ahead and weigh out to make equal buns. I'm making some buns. I'm going to take a little piece of parchment paper here and just stick it over my scale so that the dough doesn't stick. What does this really have to do with cannabis? I don't know, but this is where I do a lot of my work. This is how, you know, my approach to life as a DIY person in general, getting it done. Like most people buy their own sandwich bread, but a lot of people bake. I bake because of the pandemic mainly. Like I bought a lot of wheat, this kind of stuff right here. This is like wheat because it stores well. And now I'm using it up. I grow a lot of cannabis and I store it and I use it up. And you know, what do we do with cannabis? We make medicine because that's what it is. And what do we do with flour? We make bread because that's what it does. Unto everything its purpose, and into everything its design, right? My friend and I were talking that I went to CCI with, and then later she went on and did a lot of work, and I'm going to see her for the first time in person at the retreat that I'm going to in the Catskills. If you don't know anything about that, you know, you should watch me on my other days of going live where I'm talking about I've been invited to facilitate a retreat in the Catskills. I'll be doing the opening ceremony and speaking on the panel at the in the Catskills retreat on 420. So me and my friend Kirsty, who you see on the channel all the time, are the only ones coming from California, I think. And we were like anti 420. We were like, nope, we're busy. We have California stuff to do. Nobody's gonna want to come. We didn't think it was a California problem at the time. We thought everybody would be busy on 420 because it's a big holiday. But no, actually, in the rest of the country, they're not like us here in California. And they were all like, hell yeah, we want to go to the Catskills for 420. So guess who's going to the Catskills? Me. And while I'm there, I'll be seeing my friend Jamie. And Jamie and I go way back, but we've never met, and so I'm excited. And I'll be seeing so many of my other friends. A lot of the people that went to CCI, Cannabis Coaching Institute, that's where you should go. If you're into all this and you want to become like somebody who is a cannabis health coach and educator, ask me about it anytime. I have nothing but good things to say. But yeah, I'll be seeing her in the Catskills, and I just finished talking to her, and it was so great. It's good to make friends online, and then it's good to meet in real life, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm hoping to do with these lives. So if you like women who bake, if you're one of these homie types like me, and I met this other lady who has an extract craft machine. See, here's my Ito Pro. My big Ito Pro thing is right here, but I don't have my Swiss Turbo up here. The other lady that I met who was into doing extract craft stuff, funnily enough, she was also into milling her own flour and baking her own bread. I'm just saying. So like, so it's worth sharing about yourself and about your stuff for people to know that, like, you know, you might have more in common than you think, is all I'm saying. It's very possible to have way more in common than you think with people. It's like foodies and cannabis people. That's a big deal. That goes way hand in hand. Oh, we let it get down. Yeah, so I lost my train of thought. Too many things happening at the same time. They say that it's a higher cognitive function to be able to do something and then talk at the same time, and especially talk about the thing that you're doing and actually explain it to people. So, yay. That explains it. Then when 4 things are happening at the same time, we start to lose track. But yeah, we are making some rolls and baking. And so like, I'm sharing about myself. I'm sharing that I like to do this. I like to bake. I like to bake my own bread. I don't really love it, but my family really loves it. And I have a lot of wheat and I need to use it up. And this is like a very smart thing to do with the wheat. They really do love it. It is pretty delicious bread. And so I'm making it myself. And that's part of my DIY situation. I'm a DIYer. Are you a DIYer in other parts of your life and not just cannabis? I mean, let me know, because this is another place where I DIY. And do you find it easy to tell people about yourself and to make new friends and to share about all your interests? Or do you find yourself kind of like sharing certain interests with certain people, but not your whole self with all the people? That's very normal. You know, like a lot of us have professional lives in the office, and we're not just going on and on about like every little thing in the professional life, but we are like, you know, full rainbow people. We are full spectrum. We have full lives. We have lots of interests. I'm not just somebody who sits in my basement making cannabis videos. There's so much else going on. That's like just the tiniest fraction of me, but it's the only part that gets out on the internet. So let's come out here. Let's show you some bread baking, some other parts of my life. And maybe it will make you think, oh, I like that chick. She's like me, because I am like you, and you are like me, and we could be friends. And if you needed to learn how to use cannabis for better health, I got you. And if you need a sweatshirt that says I leave, you know, my state to help your laws there, I got you there too. So visit Rep Your State of Mind for the sweatshirt situation if you need more cannabis apparel, like, you know, like I do, like everybody does. And visit CannacuriousCoaching.com if you need those classes. So here's my rolls, everyone. Ta-da! Oh shit. This pan is the best pan. It's called USA pans, and they're lined with silicone, and they're literally the best. Did you see all of those rolls just slide? Did you know how sticky dough is? Like, they don't just slide. For reals. So there's the rolls. And why am I showing you my rolls? It's because I'm a whole person who has many, many interests in a full life, as are you. And cannabis is just part of it, but it's a really big, important part that makes all these other parts of my life so much easier and better and more enjoyable. Because the healthier I am, the better my life is, as will yours be. Alrighty, everyone, guess who needs to get her buns in the oven? Buns in the oven. They need to rise, and then they need to bake, and so do you. You need to rise, and you need to bake, and hopefully our baking is on. Nope, 20 seconds. Hey, Pure Serenity, what's up? Hi, nice to see you. Hi. Okay, we're gonna get one little bake on. You can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose those buns. Right, Renee Leonard? So glad you came and caught the last end of it. Mwah. See you tomorrow. Bye, loves. Oh, really? Shoot.